Hey, Chin Chin. How's it going, man? Just making sure everything's set up properly here. Just give me one sec. All right. So how's that? Try to bring this a little bit closer. Maybe. Maybe. From here. Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Never miss it. Good man. Good man. All right. I am ready to draw today. And I got 2 H's. Let's go for that HB. Oh, this is actually HB. Good. That's what I need. Another HB. And another HB. Let's start with this one. Cool. Love the line work. Thanks, man. Gonna fix that face today. Since I have this here, maybe. See, that's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna switch these references really quick. That way I can actually read the chat a little bit better. 1, 2. There we go. That's it. There. Okay. That's a little bit big. Okay, that's okay though. Reference photo is a little bit large for what I'm doing. Just use comparative measurements at this point. At this point, we just use comparative measurements. So see, the nose is too big. Shadow shape is not corresponding well with the rest of the face. So we are going to fix that. It's just tiny fixes at this point. Well, hopefully tiny. Hopefully it's tiny fixes. We don't know. We don't always know. So I'm using the HB. Let's go in with the H at this point. Let me sharpen this really quick. Yeah, let me sharpen the sucker, and then we'll be good. Hair into the skin. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Brush the hair into the skin. Tell you what. Let me show you something. Let me show you what I'm talking about, too, because I think you understand what I'm talking about. But you know, hair is a funny thing, and when we first start painting hair or any features, it's like we lay them on top of the face, and that's not what we're supposed to do. It's not just supposed to be laid on like a separate piece. It looks cut out because of the transitions. So joints and transitions these are very subtle things, and if you can learn to draw/paint them, you're in business. Now to do that, we start with the big shape, and you gotta get the big shape first, right? If you can't do the big things, you can't do the small things. Did I just break this? A little bit. Sharpen that out a little bit more. That could have been bad. There we go. I think that's okay. Here should be soft. You made it so rough. Right, yeah. And these transitions, like in the hairline, oftentimes there's another value. It's tricky because sometimes, like the way that I do it, All right, I'll pretend like I'm painting on my face. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. See me right here. Okay, I can go right up to the camera here. Like, now this is kind of a big brush for me here, but you know, my hairline, so I have the hair up top, and so what I'll do oftentimes, you know, I could paint the hair and I can either drag some of the dark here like that and kind of like pull it up, kind of do one of these things like that, and it'll make a mark. Or you could go up here, same way. But when you do that, oftentimes you'll notice that like normally the lightest light is here, and then there's a mid-tone value here, really, if you squint down. And it's a very subtle color, and so you need to get this a little bit darker, and then you just wisp it up and you'll get some brush marks with it. Now, you could do the brush mark thing, which denotes actual hair follicles, or the actual pieces of hair, right? Because you see the brush marks actually make the hair. Or you could just, and this is what I recommend actually at first. Take a brush. This is a filbert to my hand, about right here. Let's see how this looks, okay? It looks actually smaller than it is, but like I take this and, you know, you paint, lightest light here, the mark, and then you're gonna have a form that kind of turns it back a little bit, right? And so paint this, and normally it's like you have a warmer value in the flesh, and then when it gets to the hair, normally it's a little bit cooler, but it really depends, and it's darker, that value, and then another one up there, which is the hair, the darkest, you know, darker part of the hair going up. So do a transitional value so that like when you squint, it registers as a separate division, but it's not too sharp, right? It flows. It has this nice flow to it. So like the head kind of goes back a little bit into the hairline, and then the hairline starts. And it's a hard thing to do. So really take your time. And when I say take your time with that. Randall, hey buddy. It's good having you. Yeah, she's looking all right. Can't complain. Working on this face. Working on the face today, among other things. You glaze it upon the skin. All right. Yeah, you know, that's the funny thing with paint. You can do it so many different ways, right? You can do it so many different ways. Make sure I'm not blocking this. Okay, something went wrong. Tap to try again. That's weird. All right, we're back. I'm aware that on camera you probably can't see everything I'm doing here, but really at this stage there's a lot of very subtle shifts, and you see me like doing very tiny adjustments. It's like it's very anal how I have to be. You just have to really be picky about it, because that level of subtlety, especially on a drawing this size of scale, is so important, and you have to be able to see that. And it's good for training your mind to be that way. And it's not good at first if you start the drawing out like that, right? Because we have to like look at the whole shape, and so you don't want to detail it like this at first, as I always tell you guys, but like that's how we get better at this. This is an H pencil that I'm using right now. Laura, hey! Laura, did you stream on Friday? Because I went to check. I couldn't make it on Friday because I had so much stuff. I had too much work I was doing. But I went back to check the stream, but I couldn't find the stream. Oh, and then Jinshin a little bit back. Oh, and thanks, Laura. You got yourself another big commission. You're screwed now. You can't paint your own stuff. Welcome to the club, man. It's a good problem to have, kind of. I did stream. It's unlisted now. Okay, but here's the thing, Laura. You can like make a stream playlist, okay, and put all the streams in there, and you can keep them unlisted. But that way, if people want to go, like, they can go to the stream or the your playlist section, and they'll see live streams. Like, that's what I do, and so you can still have them there. You know, it doesn't count as view time, but your viewers can see it that way, right? Like, that's what I do. So you don't need to like totally unlist them so nobody sees them again and that's it. I mean, you could if you don't want them to see it, but like that's what I do. And that way it doesn't mess with, I don't believe it messes with the channel like stats, you know, because, oh, and by the way, since you started unlisting, have you seen a difference in your views? Okay, you got this. Then okay, I must have missed it because I went through. I was trying to look for it. I couldn't find it. I was probably just being stupid, which happens. Believe it or not. I'm gonna try to get some of the subtlety in the cheek here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to bring the camera closer so y'all can actually see what I'm doing without making everything fall. It's going to be tricky. Let's see if that's like okay. 1 second. Do it like there. That's fine. I'll just do this. All right, see, isn't that much better? Like now we're just gonna work like this. I don't think it needs adjusting, do you? Kidding. Manual focus activated. Wait, let me pull this closer. I can do this. I can do this. All right, now if I, come on. Okay, that's pretty good. Do you think? I think so. Now, check the stream. Stream looks okay. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, we're gonna do this. Now, if I step here, make sure I'm not blocking. I don't think I'm blocking this. No, I'm not. Okay, cool. Did stream playlist. I just subscribed to you. Pretty awesome work. Yep. She has really good work. And she's fun to listen to and a great actually, despite what she thinks, a great personality for YouTube and actually a great sense of humor, I think. Okay. Level of subtlety up in this cheek that I'm missing. Just barely tapping the light into it, forming that little ruffle in the cheek. But you can really overdo this, so you gotta not overdo it. What do you know? Work this line just a little bit, just to bring this the chin in just a little bit, maybe. let's define this part. I need to refine the technique around the face to get this degree of subtlety. Okay. I might work it in with an HB pencil, but I'm not quite sure yet. When the time comes, my genius will prompt me in the right direction. It's never failed me before in my life. This distance looks weird. But I got to be careful because my new reference photo is slightly larger, and so I think I just made this too big. So I'm going to bring this back up. I need to use comparative measurements. Not like straight side size. You know what it is. Since I started YouTube and experimenting with our mediums, I haven't really done the awesome majestic paintings that I used to do. So I'm getting back into bigger projects. Great. That means I'll be YouTubing less often probably. Time to do quality over quantity for me. I think that's a good move, but I'm not an expert obviously with this because, you know, my views or my sub increases ground to a halt, which is fine. I'm gonna figure this out, and you know, I'm in it for the long term. I think you're right. Like, you know what I was thinking? Well, I am doing actually a larger painting right now. It's this like a Hindu painting, which I don't really know a lot about. That's the thing. I need to research it a little bit more if I'm going to be doing this, but which I am doing it. But there's another painting that I've been thinking of doing. It would be a larger one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go through with it. But I was doing larger paintings before as well. I do believe quality should be over quantity. I do believe that. For the sake of the viewer as well. I mean, you don't want to, you know, you want people to consume wholesome stuff and like high quality things. And not that like quicker work maybe is wholesome in its way, but it's just not like high quality and it's, you know, lower standard type of stuff, and you could be giving a better service to the people who take the time to watch your videos. But then there is, of course, something to be said with consistency and putting the videos out, right? Sorry, I started working down here when like I was just working all around, and the camera's not even on there. So I'm going to go back up to the face. Here. And this light value is too large. This goes in some. So very minor changes here. And then there's a kind of a shadow coming across here. This is very beautiful. That was too much. I made it too... Okay. It's not working quite how I wanted it to. There we go. Squinting. But I think that's good, Laura, because like I really like your in-depth work that you've done. But you're so entertaining at the same time with things. Like I really think that's one of the things that you have going for yourself. Shoot, you know what? I wish I had my headphones with me because I would love to get you in disc and just talk to you, but I left my headphones at home. It's a shame. I don't think I have anything else here. It'd be nice actually to, you know what? I might do that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start bringing my headset because I think I can reach it from my computer. In fact, I can because I bought an extension because I said I was going to fix this camera. And then it started working, even though I bought all this. It wasn't that much. It was only a couple bucks, and I needed it anyway. It's good stuff to have. But anyway, I can start putting a headset on and talking to people in Discord while I paint. I might do that actually. You know what? I might not. I was just doing that for the digital work, which I suck at. But this, I could do it with this too. Especially, you know, should be okay. I could do it. That's what I think I'll do. art over content. I agree. I think that's what is most beneficial for everybody. All right, so we kind of have the impression here, but what's lacking is the definition. We've lost form and we've lost definition. So how do we get that back? We clarify the shapes while keeping the values in check, the light values in check. Don't need to work with color here, obviously. The reason why I'm using an H pencil at this, and kind of, you can see, like, I'm kind of doing this circular pattern because this grain of paper requires that. That's why. A smoother paper might not. Smoother paper, you might be able to get away with hatching, cross-hatching, whatever. This needs to be worked in a little bit more than it is. All right, so I'm going to define these light shapes while keeping them the value that they should be, potentially. I'm going to try. And it's just like, it's a back and forth with an eraser. Y'all remember the charcoal drawing I was doing of my beautiful face? Mia faccia è bellissima. That, I did the same thing. You work it into the paper. Ever so slightly. You just work it. You just gotta work it. You have to show the paper love. And if you do, the paper will love you back. If it doesn't, you tear it up and you burn it. We're like this. You see how slowly I'm going here. I'm really paying attention to detail, but I'm trying to see the whole shape at the same time. Okay? Okay. That's what we do. Like this is bar drawing, but you see the chin. Maybe, do you see the chin? Okay, you see the chin. Yeah, the chin's starting to get a little bit more defined now. All right, so it takes a level of care to do this. So don't be afraid to go very slow with it. And there's artists who can do this quicker, and they're artists, but they've been doing it for a very long time. But the more you do it, the quicker you'll get, and the more accurate you'll get. But you have to have patience with it. And you have to work towards it, because not all artists who have been doing it a long time are good. Maybe they've been doing it for a long time, but they've been developing bad habits. So one of the most important things that you can do as an artist, a painter, whatever craft you're doing, is that if you're going to do it, make sure you're on the right track so you're not practicing bad habits. You can go backwards, right? You can go backwards with this stuff. So as long as you pay attention to what I'm doing, you'll never go wrong, because I don't make bad habits, and then I explode my information to your face through this channel, through this medium. That's what we do. All right, over content. How's the connectivity where you are, Lewis? The stream is breaking up a bit. Yeah, that's good to know. Let me check something. I've noticed it breaking up. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Well, it says it's a little bit better now. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is, but the thing is my internet connection is fine. I have full bars, but you know, it might be. Maybe that's what it is. But it said I wasn't receiving video. Yeah, this thing's buffering. Really weird. Sorry guys, I don't know. So here's the thing, I have very fast internet here. Whoops. You know, I have fast internet and all this stuff, but I don't know what's going on with this right now. I mean, if it gets really bad, I'll call it, but maybe it's the weather. Yeah, we're really far behind. Shoot. It's not good. Yeah, it's pretty far behind right now. I'm probably about 40 seconds ahead of you guys, just FYI now, which sucks. So there will be a delay in my responses probably. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the internet because I think the internet's good. Honestly, I didn't really notice the weather today. I don't know if it's cloudy or not. I kind of just came here. I don't know. I know we've had bad weather recently. I don't know. It might be. I mean, normally it's better. I guess sometimes I guess it just happens, right? I guess it just happens. Okay. You know, I'm like a minute or two ahead of you guys. This is horrible. Okay. It's not good. This is actually very bad. 1 second. Let me see if let me do this. Yeah, so, like, all right, so by the time I'm talking, y'all will know how long it was from the time that you saw me typing on this thing, which really sucks. It really is frustrating. I tell you, you know what? Look, sometimes, see, I'm working down there again. Sometimes you just have technical issues and you just have to get past them, so you have to deal with it. It's just how it is. What am I gonna do, right? You just gotta keep moving. So yeah, I wrote it in the chat, but I can, I'll talk to you guys. I'll both type and I'll talk like this, so I can respond quicker if y'all write something. So keep on chatting and stuff, and if you write something, then I'll write back, but I'll just ramble here. I'll save my voice for rambling. That way y'all can hear my melodic tones and wisdom at the same time while I'm responding in real time, potentially in real time. Okay? Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. That way we will salvage what we can with this very weird stream. And honestly, see, I have a very fast internet here. Very fast. So it must be weather or it's something. Something's happening. That's not normal, and that's fine. Whatever. We'll deal with it. All right. We'll deal with it. And what am I going to do? What am I going to do? We'll deal with it. It's all good. We can do it. We can take it. There we go. Oh, that looks weird. Ow. Melodic tones. Melodic. Melodic. There we go. See? I'm responding. I am responding. There we go. Bring the nose in just a hair. Let's get some form up into this nose here. Bring the form in one step at a time. So he looks kind of like a dog with this, like a spot. So we need to fix the transition in this eye going up, down into the cheek. So that's what I'm going to do. Very subtle move here. Subtlety is the key. There we go. Squint. Bring it out some. Huh. Y'all can't see when I do that. All right, so when I erase, y'all have trouble seeing. I'm going to try to erase so that y'all can see. I'll try to remember to do that. It's very difficult for me. Switch up. Speaking of habits, I form certain habits of doing things, erasing things in certain ways. So sometimes with the stream, it's not quite compatible. So I need to learn to switch my technique up slightly to accommodate the camera angle and such. That I will do. That I will do. Or I will try to remember to do, rather. There we go. So we're getting to the degree of subtlety that we want in the face because the paper is being worked in to the point which we can get that subtlety. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. That's a very good thing. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me with this stuff. All right, so going to the eraser. Let's see, I think y'all might be able to see this a little bit better. I did this kind of curve thing, so like instead of going up and on it like this and you just see my hand, you'll be able to actually see hopefully what I'm doing. Just ever so slightly, just touching, just bring some light up into the eyelid. And then, but we don't want to overdo this. Like, we can totally overdo it. I might actually go in with the HB pencil there. I'm not quite sure. So, like, I find myself going up here because I'm working this value, and when I see this, like, one of the things that happens when you train your mind, when you hone it into a lethal weapon. When you train your mind to see the surrounding area and you're working on this, like trying to get this value correct to the entire area, you're looking at the entire area, so sometimes you just want to go through and bring this area to where this is too, right? So you're working in one area, but then you're kind of like adjusting everything. And so that's why sometimes I'll just knee-jerk reaction go up without thinking about it. And that's actually that's a good place to be, all right? Because your drawing will look unified and it'll be more proportionate. The values will correspond to each other. It'll show a deeper understanding of the subject matter at hand. It's great. It's a great point to get to. Like I said, I kind of just did it just now too, because I went from here. I said, well, this is like this value here is very similar to this, so I'm going to go and refine this. Also, the fact that I have refined this area to the point where it makes other areas maybe look a little bit rough because it contrasts them, right? Like this up here in particular is very soft. So how do we soften it? Well, I'm using H pencil for this, right? Yeah, camera angle can be a bummer. Yep. Yes. There's the response. I said yes, not yeah. I'm going to correct that. Yes. This will make sense. It won't make sense at first. You'll question why I said that, but I'm going to put that in. Yes. Okay. So I have yeah and then yes. Yes is the correction. All right, back to it. Softening. We soften the hairline, Jinshin, if you're still watching. Right? How do we learn to do the hairline? Drawing. We learn to draw it first. We learn to draw it. Now here, there's going to be a very subtle value, but you still need to denote. You still need to explain the forehead, the form, right? It's very important to do that. Bouguereau just implied certain hair here, and he had it mixed in with the values, slowly falling into the skin tones. That's what he did. And in fact, these values that he did for the hair are pretty much the same values he's done on the skin tone. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but it's just different, slightly different mixtures. Slightly different. It's kind of like shadow shape almost. Yeah, slightly more yellow, slightly more, not green, maybe green, but more, yeah, orangish yellow. But nonetheless, that's what he's done. Then Shika, hey. See, we are behind, so I'm going to be typing here. And when one of y'all hear this, maybe you can explain it to her. Ahead. So I type genius responses. See, this is how we do this. This is how we improvise with this. Friends, Romans. Lewis. Is it recorded? Yes. Select yes. Enter. There we go. You will understand probably 2 minutes time why I'm typing when you hear my glorious words hit, beat against your eardrums. All right. Beat. All right, so it's kind of like, really if I look at this, yeah, the impression's there, but there's no form. It's kind of like, It's like I melted his ear and just like went into his shoulder, and then it's the hairline. Bad. That's bad. For real? For real. This is also not a mistake. For real. All right. Hey, Eddie. Pinchika. We're going to go in with the HB. All right, and so now what I'm going to do, when it's dark like this, around here, you'll find the temptation to put a darker line down. Why don't we want to do that? We won't be able to erase it. It'll scar the paper. And it's not, the way to do this is to get a softer pencil and slowly add charcoal or pencil. Slowly add the pencil in. You might not see it at first, but it is being laid down. And then from that point, we slowly darken. So you just take your time. That way, you don't scar the paper. Erase it. All right. There we go. And up in here, same thing. Just be patient and wait, and then you'll be able to see the charcoal. Or pencil. I don't know why I keep on saying. And this is HB. Circle motions. Serpentine. Claudius. All right. This is super weird. Yeah, welcome to my stream. Michelangelo had it easy. He didn't have to reboot his red chalk or troubleshoot electronics. I'm trying to photograph a BLK painting without my studio lights. I didn't sand my panel grr. It's not pre-recorded, it's live, but there's a weird delay. Oh, pre-recorded. I miss, it's not pre-recorded. It's live. I don't know what to say. Okay. Life is weird. Quildarius. Welcome to my stream. This is so annoying. This pisses me off. There's always something going on. I was totally prepared today. Oh, it's doing it again. It's buffering again. You want a buffer? Huh? This is bull crap. It's buffering again. See, look. Let me show you what I have to deal with. Look at this. That stupid line. Why can't... Okay, let me read it for you. Error. YouTube is not responding... Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, and such viewers will experience buffering. Shut up. No reason. No freaking reason. No reason. 1 second. I'm actually going to go and look at the clouds. I am literally walking down the hallway right now. Bull crap. Door. It is fine. All right. That explains it. It's probably even further behind. Back. Oh, I'm still drawing here. Still drawing. Oh. It's going so fast. What's going on here? This is weird. This is really weird. I'm sorry. I'm just watching my stream at this point. This has gone to hell. I don't know what's going on here, man. Can you hear me talking? I don't have the volume on. I'm walking out. See, I've been back. Sped up really quick. Walked out. I'm acting crazy though too. Maybe I should tone it down. I am going crazy because every time I come in here, I'm ready. I draw, and there's some technical BS that I have to put up with, and it's just been literally the last 3 streams this has happened. It'd be funny if you hear him screaming in the hallway. I ran into the door. I misspelled into Nicolas Cage freak out. Exactly. Screw it. While I wait for this to happen, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to draw. I'm going to freaking draw. I think we are living in the Twilight Zone. Yeah? No freaking. No freaking. No, I can't say that, but I'll do this. There, I can say that. Sync. Well, audio and video is in sync at least. Oh, thank God. If that wasn't in sync, you know what? If that wasn't in sync, I'd leave it on. I would deal with it. I would make the worst stream, but I would make a stream. I'm not gonna let this beat me. I'm not gonna let this beat me. I'm drawing on something that's not even there. Okay, back to the face. All right, we're working on the stupid chin right now. Stupid. All right, now what I've noticed is that this is too long. So what do? We shorten it. We just, that's what we do, we dab. All right, so now I'm at the part, I'm watching myself, I'm freaking out. See, this is quite a ways. Like, you know what? This isn't about drawing anymore. This is literally about figuring out what the hell is going on with this. So this freak out happened 3 or 4 minutes ago. Okay, we'll just put that in. Have fun with your drawing. This is interesting. Never seen this. I guess there's a first time for everything. All right, that's not a big deal. We can get past this. It's a slight delay of only a couple minutes. It's still doing it. The yellow theme up again. It's from the past. It lives from. Is there a Bouguereau curse? Dude, I'm telling you. I'm biting my tongue right now. I'm gonna bite my tongue. I need to filter something out. And it has to do with the Twilight Zone. It has to do with the Twilight Zone. It's looking better. The face is looking a little bit better. You know what? The upside of this, the face is looking freaking better. All right? It's looking better. Oh, by the way, I walked down that hall and I was talking to myself, to you guys. People saw me. Look at me, tell me if I care. Yeah, don't. Don't. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do care. I do care. I do care about what people think. And I'm just kidding. I really don't. Everybody in this building is very nice, and they've known me long enough that to probably expect this. Squint. Right now, we are modeling the underneath side of the ear ever so slightly, which is too high. Look at this. All right, look at this. If I go straight across here, this should be down here. All right, so what do? We fix it. How do we fix it? I'm gonna account for the camera angle. Do the stupid ass little curve thing that I do, but that was too much of a curve. There, that's better. Precision's key. All right, always look on the bright side of life. Thanks, Lisa. All right, Lisa should have said this. Lisa, I'm very disappointed in you. There is no bright side of life. Is no bright side of life. There. I aim for optimism on this channel, but also reality. All right. That little, audio explanation you'll understand. You'll get this in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, probably. That thing still has the yellow bar going across this, which means this string is screwed. All right, this is an HB. All right, this is an HB. I'm going to do circular serpentine here. There we go, HB. Darken just ever so slightly. Poor Lewis, geez, Lewis. A kid set it up with 2 picks. I hope to figure out how to put my studio stuff up soon. Thanks for asking. Wait a second. Wait, hey Laura, I love your stuff. It comes. I missed some stuff. Sorry. Pass. Just love your stuff. It comes. Lisa, did you get a side? There is no bright side. So that. Poor Lewis. Geez, Lewis. A kid set it up. A kid set what up? That's great. What's your? Oh, an account. Wait a second. Did somebody ask her a question? Audio, no worries. I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't want to write that. Okay. I'm going to go in with a little bit solidity of form here, ever so slightly. I'm just going to put a couple marks here to make a little bit more solid form. There we go. And it's very, very light, very light. You don't want to do this too dark because you can really screw things up. Really screw things up here. Really screw things up. I'll add you. Yeah. Account, is it? I think we're talking about Instagram, right? Now this angle is actually off. Wow. I don't really do that. This needs to come in. I'm going to bring this in just a little bit. Straighten this line some. Look at this distance. It's hard to tell with this actually because the drawing I have is a little bit, or the reference photo is a little bit off. It has color, which is better for the values, but it's not good for the distance. You could restart the stream. You know, I could. I could restart, but it's just going to happen again. But it's just going to, I'll just leave it. I know, going to happen again, methinks. Existentialism. No one gets out alive. Nobody. I know. Hey, guys, I know. Look, I'm actually interacting with you guys in chat in real time. It's just you see me talking. So I'll try to, you know, it's like, it's a little delayed, but I'm still seeing what you guys are writing here. Lisa, glowworm, I think. To look that up. I'm assuming that's Instagram, Lisa. IG, Instagram. Excuse me. Excuse me. You know, I don't advocate drinking, I really don't. But sometimes I do advocate for it. It's not because of the stream, guys. Don't worry. I can take more than this. I'm actually having a good time with this. It's a little bummer that it's not in real time, but you know what? We do enough streams where we'll get that, and this will be a unique stream in the sense we'll be able to say, hey, remember that stream that really sucked? Yeah! Which one? Oh yeah, the one where I fast forwarded at one point. I mean, all sorts of stuff happened. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? Okay, so I'm going to work this area in, and then I'm going to start bringing some light out because it's very scratchy. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit too, just a slight bit. It's really not that light. So like these little subtleties and stuff, and that pushes your hand to move in directions which you're not comfortable with moving, are so good for the painting, for the work, for the drawing, whatever you're working on. Reminds me of Rick Barry, one of my favorites. Thank you. I'll have to check it out. Cool. Instagram. Good. We got Lisa on Instagram. That's going to be fun. What did I do? That's going to be fun. I brought the chin in a little bit too much there. That's okay. Let's fix it. Okay, let's switch to the HB and go over the H with it. So now that the paper is like broken in, we can actually darken, and it's going to be a little bit finer now, which is actually what we want. All right, so that's like one thing you can do to try to like figure the paper out. Like you can break the paper in, and then you can really, boy, it's choppy, isn't it? That sucks. I wonder if it's because I have this going, but I doubt it. It's never messed with it before. Huh. Can't figure out how to get back on it and what things to push. So you're on your phone, you just hit the plus button to post. Okay, now explain about hashtags. Explain hash tags to her Quildarius. Should be good. I want to see what he does. It's pretty funny. Thanks, Randall. Always entertaining. There we go. This is Funny way of interacting, isn't it? So what do we do? See, here's the thing. Like when this stuff happens, it pisses me off. And then I look at it like it's like an entity that I need to beat. Probably to my own detriment. Because then I start acting crazy. What are you going to do, huh? Bar mitzvahs. This is, it doesn't matter. I'm nitpicking stuff. It doesn't matter. Okay. It's always nitpicking. Why do I always have to nitpick? I know not to nitpick. Nitpicking isn't good. Nitpick. Okay. All right. I think what I'm going to do is move this maybe down some. Let's move this down. We'll switch the view up a little bit. Is the YouTube connection set on wormhole? I wonder what he'll be doing 4 minutes from now. Okay. Conducting. Greatness in a civil manner, you butthole. That seems about right. Post. All right, now let's respond to Randall's question. Everything is fine, the drawing is good. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Wait, scroll up. And then is the YouTube connection set on wormhole? YouTube connection is set on dumbass. Post. There we go. Now back to the drawing. Civility, civility, civility. Mature, civility. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Go here. It's set on butthole apparently. Set on butthole. Okay, wait. Now there we go. Open widget. I want to see this. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to screw you. Stream is healthy. That was 12:36 p.m. But 12:41 p.m. error. So it's just blipping back and forth. But you see, the internet connection says it's good. But it is overcast outside. There it is, buffering again. This is great. Just freaking great. And this is my point. If I was to restart it, see, y'all can't see this because it's buffering right now. Well, let me wait until it's not buffering. Oh, it's not. If I was to restart it, it would just do the same thing again. I'd be pissed off and I'd have two crappy streams. I prefer to keep it into one big crappy stream. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Butthole, apparently. I see that, but I'm not responding because I'm the bigger person. In fact, I'm going to write that. I'm going to write that. Louis Guidetti vlog. I see what you wrote, Queldar, but I'm not going to respond. It corrected it to Queldarius. Respond because I am the bigger person. Send. Okay. Just sucks I have to wait this long for jokes to land. No, they land. I'm speeding up again, okay? Vinchica. The connection is not fine. This stream is falling apart, but I won't let it beat me. There we go. Enter. Enter. Now, back to the drawing. Put it down here. All right, so we're going to work this area. What do we need to do? What do we need to do? Let's darken some of this stuff. Let's make this pop. Let's really make it pop. Let's make this pop, shall we? In all seriousness, the internet connection generally is the internet connection generally not that good, or is it a temporary thing? Temporary. Why does it keep on doing that? Come on, post. The fingers are too big. I know it's annoying. And you know what? Hey, if restarting helped, I would do it, but I know it's just going to start all over again. It's going to be a bad connection today. So, I mean, either I stick with it or I stop. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Not today. And I understand if you guys want to cut it. I will not be upset over that. I will not be upset over that one. I will not be upset. I would not blame you, because this is subpar, definitely not optimal. But I will be drawing nonetheless, because you know what? I enjoy this. I enjoy drawing. I enjoy drawing Bouguereau paintings. I think there's so much to learn from them, and to learn a lot, because you know, honestly, here's the thing. I can interact with you guys directly through chat. It sucks, right? It does suck. But I can still interact directly through you guys, but as I'm drawing, you're going to see what I'm doing, and audio is lining up with video, so I'll be able to explain what I'm doing anyway. It's just, it'll be harder to, if you wanted to ask questions about something like specifically that I'm doing in the moment. Yeah, that's the weakness here. That's the weakness. That's the weakness. Yeah. Also, it's very choppy, isn't it? The stream's very choppy. That's not fun to watch. It's not smooth. The thing is, I have it on low latency, which is like, it requires the least amount of data to be used, so it's to be a delay with it. And if there's still a delay, there's nothing I can do. So, this is what it is today. It is what it is today. That's okay. We can deal with that. Definitely deal with it. Nope, I'm doing this wrong. This needs to be smaller. There. This needs to be smaller. Maybe you can talk about why you prefer H to and HB to B. Yeah, sure. You'll hear it in 4 minutes. Yeah, okay, so it's not that I prefer it, but it depends on what I'm going for. In fact, you guys, I can use B pencil. I don't mind using B pencil. Let me get some B here. So honestly, the only reason why I'm not using B, I haven't been using B that much recently, is just to keep the values within a certain range and not push them, make them too deep. If I was to really develop a drawing and make it like deep and dark, more like closer to charcoal, then I'd be using Bs and like 2Bs and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a good thing to be able to do. And you know, you can use the whole range, but it's kind of like this. It's kind of like in a limited palette. You use the colors to push them as far as they can go, right? Well, it's the same with the pencil. You can really achieve a lot with a value range, but I simply haven't been doing darker drawings. If I was, I would be using the B pencil more. And here's the thing. I could actually block in very easily the B, like with B. One of the reasons why I don't is because I can do the same block in with HB, and HB stays sharper longer, and I can erase it just as easily as I can erase the B. So, in other words, I could use the B, but the B, because it's so soft, it'll dull down quicker. I don't know where one is right now, but it would dull down quicker, okay? And so that's why. It's buffering for me constantly now. Yep. Yep. You know, we might end this soon. I might end this like sooner just because I might end this sooner just because of this, because I think this is a headache more, and like I know I want to beat the stream, but we've gotten through. But there's a lot of drawing that I want you guys to see, and I think on Tuesday, when presumably things are better, you'll be able to see that and get more out of it, and it's okay. You know, we have plenty of streams coming up. You know, this is a constant thing. It's not a one-time thing, and so I think I'm going to draw for a couple more minutes. All right, a couple more minutes, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut the stream off at 1 o'clock my time, which is in about 6 minutes. All right, so I'm going to do that. And so, like, I want to start saying bye right now just because everything is slow. So, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday, but I'm going to stream for about 6 more minutes or so. and then I'm going to cut it off, okay? And I'll write something in chat saying, okay, I'm going to shut the stream off now. I'll see you guys, and you guys can leave, and then we still have like, you know, whatever. That's what we're going to do. And that way, we don't need to put up with this stuff. It is a headache, and this drawing that I'm going to be doing here, you can actually see it being done because you can't really see what I'm doing right now. I don't think, not well. And it's not, you know, it's buffering. If it's buffering a lot and it's a bad connection, then that's not a good thing. Yeah, and so I'm going to actually be writing this out. Ending stream in about 5 minutes. Explanation ink. So this is just weird. It's just weird. It's a weird thing, isn't it? But you know what? That's okay. That's all right. We got this. We got this. We got it. All right, so on the leg, let me do this. Let me do this. I know we only have 5 minutes, but I think I'm going to start trying to do this with my last one. Show what I'm working on here. Wait, that's a cityscape finish? That's not what I want. What, this one? There we go. Oh. All right, so there's like a little slither of light along his leg that defines the outer edge of his leg. It doesn't just keep it in shadow, which is something that I really like. And I'm talking about this piece right here. There's a little slither here, and it denotes the outside of the leg because you have the shadow coming across here from the arm and the outside of the leg, and then you have the shadow here. So there's a lot going on in this little area. I guess. Cool. Tomorrow I'll be doing an easy acrylic landscape. Cool. And Laura's stream at excellent. Laura's stream at 11 o'clock. Laura at 11. Okay. And I'll say bye and everything to you guys. Like I'll type it in chat right before I turn this off. So. Let's say our goodbyes once I start typing and stuff. And probably won't hear this part, but it's a weird day. But you know what? We made it through. We made it through. It's all good. You got to see me freak out in a way, which, you know, won't be the first time. It was definitely not the first time. Won't be the last time. When is the maniacal Laura ready? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, I went up to the face and started working on it. Y'all can't even see the face. This is what I'm talking about. I work all around, man. That's what I do. I work all around. We're going to bring the value up, and then we're going to redefine it. There we go. Wisps down. Okay, now I'm going to go in. Let's see, this is an HB pencil. I might be able to get with HB, but I'm going to go in with the H. I'm going to slowly refine these edges and really work on that shadow shape because I want to have a subtle break. And this is going to be slightly sharper here. In just a little. going to go in with the HB. I'm going to sharpen it and then probably call it right after this. It was a little bit too dark. That was too dark. So I'll lighten that line up just a little bit. Go. All right. This is kind of not shaped right. I'll have to work on that area. Anyway, I kind of put that in. Could be drawn better. All right, guys. So this is it. I am going to wrap this sucker up. It'll run a little bit longer than what I've typed, but that's okay. A great weekend, Randall. Great weekend. Thanks, guys. Wrapping this up. Y'all have a nice weekend. Later. Oops. Later. Send. All right. See you guys. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. I will see you